Okay, Heather is up first. 833-390-KRBE. Good morning, Heather. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Hey,
Heather.
All right, remember, don't give us details that give away the answer. Just tell us about this wacko date you went on, and we're going to guess if y'all saw each other at least one more time.
Okay. So I was at the bar with my friend, and this guy approached me. And so we talked all night at the bar. And so after that, we still communicated through the week, made plans to have a date. I showed up for the date on the Saturday that we planned, and he was a no-call, no-show. And so I texted him and asked him, were you for real? And he was like, oh, I didn't think you were for real.
What?
And so I said, yeah. So I was like, okay, well, do you still want to have the date? Yes. Okay. So I waited, and he showed up. And when he got there, here's a little detail of the day, is while we met, he didn't speak any English, and so his friend was there, and he translated for us the whole night at the bar the first night that we met. But when we got to the restaurant for our date, he had totally forgotten about that because, of course, we had been drinking the night that we met, and we had texted each other the whole
Wait,
the whole
you
week.
didn't remember him not speaking English?
That he had a translator?
No, I remembered, but he did not.
Okay.
He did not remember.
So he didn't bring his translator to the date?
No, he didn't bring his translator.
Oh, no.
And so we had to use the phone for the whole date to communicate.
Oh, wow.
So y'all meet at a bar, you quote unquote talk all night via a translator, then y'all text through the week and set up a date. Then he stands you up on the date, not thinking you were serious about the date, and then you still waited for him, and then he shows up and you can't communicate because he didn't bring the translator. Let's pause and see. Do we think this continued on for a second date?
Oh, they're definitely married.
No, I
I don't
feel
know.
that.
I'm saying yes.
That's a lot of work to learn the language.
So torn.
We're not asking about marriage, right? Remember,
She was
we're only asking
clearly
about the second date.
I know,
Second
but she
date,
was
right.
clearly attracted to him, so I'm saying yes.
Second date.
Second date.
Maybe he went for like, oh, let's do this again, and I will make sure I have my translator. But then how
Maybe
old
that's
is that
not,
kid?
That's not fun.
Yeah,
That would
was a Friends
incentivize me to
episode.
want to learn the language.
Oh, yeah, the guy from
that was
the...
a Friends episode. You know, the
I say
translator. I'm gonna also go now. I kind of feel like there's too much drama.
Kevin?
I think he's now proficient in English, and they have two kids.
Okay,
Yep, I'm with
Sam,
you.
what do you think?
I'm going to say yes to a second date.
Okay, 3 yeses, 2 nos. Heather, what is the answer?
We dated for 2 years, and we've been married since February.
Yeah.
Now, has he learned English?
Yes, he was actually learning English at the time. He just wasn't very good at it and didn't feel confident.
And what about you?
So
Aprendiste español?
Yeah. What was his main language? What was the language he was speaking? Spanish.
He's Spanish.
Okay.
And I'm learning too. So we're learning for
Oh,
each
that's
other.
good.
That's
love
perfect.
that.
Wow,
That's really
dated for 2
cute.
years. So how did that date finish out when he didn't bring the translator? Y'all just had the translator, and then what? The next
spoke
date?
French.
This guy must be super
French
fine.
kissing. Oh,
This
yeah.
guy's got to be smoke show hot, right, Heather? Your
kissing.
husband is
She was
I mean,
attracted.
I sure think so.
For you to hang in like that, honey, this guy is smoke show
All that
hot.
matters.
You're like,
How
I
you
don't
feel.
care what you're
Not only
saying.
smoke so hot, he's a really good person.
That's
That's
good.
good.
And
But
y'all
more
married-
importantly, he's hot.
Yeah. Goes to show you guys, a girl will hang in there if
she's
she is
attracted.
into you. All right, Heather, you taught us all something.
That was fun.
Please send pictures and tag us at KRB so we can see how
Yeah,
fine
send
us-
exactly he
How hot he
is.
Send us a picture, will you? We
Thanks
won't
for
take him,
calling,
I
Heather.
promise.
Yeah. Thanks for calling. Have a
All
great
right.
day.
Take care.
Good morning. Thanks, bye.
That was a surprise. Okay, I really liked him. All right, Alexis is up next for a romance or no chance. Hi, Alexis. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
So tell us about a weird or wacky first date you had, and we're going to guess if you decide to see each other at least one more time.
All right, so I met this guy, and we actually were kind of acquaintances for a while, and when we started, like, kind of talking more romantically, he used to tell me, like, I reminded him of his sister a lot. He would talk a lot about his sister. Yeah, I thought it was weird, but, like, he was like, oh, my sister would love you, though. Like, you're so similar, da-da-da-da-da. And so I was like, okay, that's weird. So we go on our first date, and his sister shows up
Oh, my God.
at the place we met, and he would swear back and forth that it was just a coincidence, but I'm like, what are the odds?
Now, did
your
she show up?
sister
Did she
shows
show
up.
up and like sat down with you guys, or did she just was with other friends, or what?
For like a little bit, yeah. Like acted like they saw each other. I guess,
Oh,
I mean,
God, that's so
from my
weird.
perspective, they're like, oh my gosh, that's my sister. Hey. And they would like wave, and he waved her over, and she sat with us at the bar and like talked with us for a good like 15 minutes, but she was there with a guy herself. So it was very odd.
It's just the place they like to
Okay.
be. Was
So
she saying,
that's all
Who's
we're going
that
to hear.
obsessed with a sibling?
was she saying stuff like, boy, your hair is as pretty as my sister's and your lips are as lumptuous.
Ew.
Eric.
That's
like
you're
stuff like
grossing me
that?
out,
That's
Eric.
horrible.
Eric,
Because the other
gross.
stuff does not sound bad.
What? Hold on. Let's ask Alexis real quick. When he would bring up his
Just that you would
sister's
get along with my
similarity
sister?
to you, was it more about personality that you reminded him of his sister, or was it looks, or what did he tell you, Alexis?
It was both. Like she'd be like, oh my gosh, my sister's gorgeous. You look so much like her.
Oh.
Okay, let's pause there.
That's
I'm going to say you definitely did not have a second date with him
didn't.
because the creeper factor of this is odd.
Yeah.
And no, it was not a coincidence. And maybe for some reason he lives and dies by the word of his sister and he needed her approval to keep dating you. Who knows? I don't know why she was there.
Right, I can kinda get
and
that, but-
nobody buying that was a coincidence after he talked her up so much. So I say no. What do you guys say?
No.
Second date, no?
No.
I hope not.
I hope not.
All of us are like, tell us you didn't marry this creeper. And they're saying, oh,
I
I have
know.
4 kids.
Oh, no. that'd be
Yeah.
I'm
awkward.
kidding. Okay, none of us think you had a second date, Alexis. Did you have a second date with this man?
No, I did not.
Nor should you.
Did you tell him, like, how did you get out of it? Like, was it like a normal ending to the first date and you made it sound like, okay, yeah, we'll see each other when I have time, or you just ghosted him, or what'd you do?
Oh no. His sister apparently didn't like me.
Oh.
Wait, so he dumped
So
you?
he dumped you.
He ghosted you?
Well, it was mutual because I was like, I don't believe that you did not invite your sister here. He swore back and forth,
did.
but
No,
I was
he's a
like,
liar to
okay,
boot.
well, I'm not interested. And he was like, yeah, well, that kind of is for the best because my sister didn't like you anyways.
Oh, he is weird.
No,
That is a
You
weird
got
dude.
out at a good time,
Is
girl.
this not also a Friends episode?
Now I'm intrigued of these people.
Life is a Friends episode, Eric.
That
Is this
is
one I'm trying to think?
creepy.
Yes, the guy.
Oh, yeah, the sister, they would like kiss each other goodbye.
And they
or
would like tickle and wrestle
Yeah.
in front of Rachel, and she's like, this is odd. Okay,
That's
every single
really
every single
bizarre.
call so far is a Friends repeat. Okay, thank you for calling, Alexis. We all called that one. Absolutely not, and no. Maybe that guy's listening. He's hanging out with your
He's
sister.
laying next to his sister right now.
Okay, last one. Anne's up next. Romance or
Ew,
no chance.
Ryan.
Right.
Sorry,
Ryan.
delayed
Put your
reaction
fantasies on
over
us.
there.
We don't want
Yeah, I
to.
didn't hear that. I tuned it out.
What's up, nerd?
Let's get to Anne's call. Romance or no chance. Tell us about a weird or wacky first date. Good morning, Anne.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, tell us some weird thing about a weird first date, and we're going to guess if you saw this person at least one more time.
Okay, I met a doctor in residency while I was working in the hospital, and he asked me on a date.
Okay.
We went to go eat at that nice restaurant at Hotel Zaza and had a great meal.
Nice.
He invited me back to his apartment, and he wanted to show me around. And inside the apartment, I saw kitty litter and cat droppings and a used condom next to his bed.
Oh, no.
I'm going to barf.
Girl,
I did not need this call on a
ready
Monday.
for that.
But
I
wait
was
a minute.
not
The kitty
ready for
litter
that.
was bad enough.
So, does he have any roommates?
Why would he want you there?
Does he
if
have
that was
roommates?
like
He
that?
didn't even bother to pick it up.
Yeah,
and
did
throw
he
it
have
away.
roommates, Anne?
Disgusting.
Anne, did he
He
have
did
roommates?
not have any roommates.
And this man knew what his apartment looks like and chose to take you there. It
Yeah.
wasn't like some surprise. He chose to take you
God.
there.
I think I'd be grossed out more about the cats.
All of it. All of it.
One more question.
Okay.
Did it smell like cats in there, like cat pee?
Had to.
Actually, it didn't. And I didn't see any cats, so I was kind of confused.
No,
What?
No cats, but cat
Maybe it's
litter.
his toilet.
You better have run out of that apartment and never seen him again, woman.
Was he attractive?
I don't think it
God,
matters,
there's no
but-
attraction.
Yes,
level,
he was
Ryan.
very attractive.
And he's making money.
No,
Okay, let's go
I'm
around.
not going
Let's
for
go
it.
around,
I
Ryan.
say
I
no.
say yes.
I say no.
Hell no.
Hell no. That's disgusting.
Kevin?
Yeah, and I'm like thinking that the condom's like stuck to the floor.
Stop.
And it's like,
Kevin,
Stop,
you did it.
Kevin.
Oh
We
my
are sitting on the
God.
window
Not
of
a
children in the
raw
car.
feed.
No, don't fix
It's
that.
not a raw
Oh man, I'm hoping no, but for some reason my gut kind of says yes because he
Yeah.
maybe had a really good excuse.
got that
But I'm gonna
feeling,
go
too.
no.
Okay,
Really?
she says no.
Oh, so I'm the
3
only
no's,
yes.
4 no's, and 1 yes. Did you see him for a second date, Anne?
No, I ran out of there and never
Okay,
come back.
good.
Thank God. Thank God.
Okay, Brian, how did you say yes? I don't.
Yeah, because
just-
Ryan was
so-
thinking that shallow, like, oh, well, you know, he
I
was
don't
really
know.
hot.
I mean, I'm glad I'm wrong.
I'm going to be the next one to have a condom over there.
Oh,
Ew,
that's
disgusting.
I was so grossed out.
And how did you get out of it? Because a lot of times for girls, you're like, what's the crazy excuse you came
Yes.
up with? Like, Did you straight out say, this is disgusting, I'm leaving? Or did you tell him what you saw? What did you say to him to leave?
I literally didn't say. I knew I had to go, and I left, and I did not turn back. He was chasing me, and then he just texted me later, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I'm fine." I just never saw him again.
Did you acknowledge that you saw that thing on the floor?
Or wherever it was?
I didn't even mention it, but I'm sure he figured out that it was there later. But
How lazy.
And also, didn't you say you met him at
Disgusting.
work? Did you all ever have to run into each other at work? That's so awkward.
yeah, I actually did. I ran into him like a few weeks later.
Oh my
no.
God.
I mean,
So
you know he
act
never
like
does washes his sheets.
That's disgusting.
Ew,
Gross.
stop,
Yeah.
Eric.
Gross.
Stop,
man.
stop.
You know, attention single men. If you want to invite a lady over to your place to impress her,
Clean up.
make it impressive.
Yeah.
How about that? If you want to impress her, make it impressive.
By the way, Sam,
Don't be a dirty dog.
Sam,
you're the
you won.
winner.
All right.
On the guesses.
3 for 3.
Yeah.
You
Coming up
win
next-
kitty litter.
Speaking of Sam,
Gross.
And
for those of you who are new to our show,
Don't
Sam
need
is the one on the
those.
show that will run towards the red flags.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In her single days, maybe Anne's story would have ended differently if it was Sam.
Sam would have stayed there.
Because she's like, well, he is a doctor, and I do like to buy land.
Where is the cat?
So maybe one day we'll buy some land together and build homes.
He'll be my
and
land man.
I'll be a landlord.